It's not that serious, but your thoughts are real. Hi friends, it's Dr. Erienne Weine, your cognitive psychologist and friend who helps you see into the subconscious to heal it. Because here's the whole thing, is that there is not a new brain, a new subconscious, a new mind that you need to import in here. You have a perfectly working mind that is simply broken. And your mind is doing the best it can functioning around the broken parts. That's why it's called dysfunction. There's a function happening. This is the realm of healing a wounded subconscious, which I have never met a single person who has a completely woundless subconscious, maybe a little baby. But the point is, we don't need a new mind, a new script, a new something. What our mind actually needs is for us to take what we already have that is protecting us, that is trying to force us into a version of reality where we feel safe, and give it what it finally needs to put those protections down, to let go of the wounds, to let those painful mechanisms drop. Your mind will heal itself when it has what it needs. And what it doesn't need is a bunch of suppression. What it doesn't need is regulation of your emotions when they're just trying to come up for the first time in a million years. And what your mind doesn't need is for you to tell it whatever thoughts it's giving you that are trying to keep you safe and trying to tell you something's wrong and dysfunctional in here, to just ignore them and pretend they're not real. Now, I know every single one of us who has tried this has done it to try and make our lives okay. I'm not blaming you for that. This is just me saying, I've had enough. Have you had enough? Look, the air conditioning turned off. Ah, now we've arrived on the peaceful shores of talking about what we really meant to talk about here. I have had enough. I have had enough pretending and playing games that my mind is playing tricks on me and it's not real. It's real. Okay? Now, let's be clear. The exact script of what your mind is saying, that is probably not truth that connects to reality. My house is about to catch on fire. They're going to leave me. Whatever disaster thing that's happening in your mind, especially if it seems far-fetched, of course it makes sense to try and ignore that stuff because it never happens. But here's the thing, is your mind is giving you this information for a reason. It's telling you the truth in a way that it thinks you will listen. Now, this is not going to be another video where I tell you your mind is asking for help. This is going to be one of those videos where I tell you something that maybe I shouldn't be telling you, because you should probably take some classes before we get to this point, but I'm just over it. Your subconscious isn't this strange dead moon world. Who knows what's in there? Maybe we can just plant some seeds of what we want and force them to grow. No, your subconscious is actually the full operating system of your entire mind. It sets the basis of your reality. So if the basis of your reality is serving you beliefs that are serving you thoughts that are making you anxious and making you insane and are so disruptive that you just want to shut them down, who can be blamed for shutting them down? But let's just take the road less traveled. Let's just take a moment to not shut them down. What happens if we don't shut those thoughts down? This is what I teach. What happens if you don't suppress them? What happens if we listen? All right, so let's listen. The house is about to burn down. Okay, so I have this thing where I think a lot of us do this. I know I like automatically turn off the stove when I'm done cooking something, and 15 minutes later, I have to go back and check. I have to go back and look. I am like doing my routine of leaving the kitchen after I cooked something, and I double check to make sure that oven is off. But it's not like a routine, let's check the oven is off. It is a panic response that I'm trying to pretend isn't a panic response, and it freaks me out that I might have left this on. So what's really happening is inside of all of our homes, which are pretty much all burnt out of flammable material. We have a flame inside of it. And if we don't control that flame, like you're a little bit too sleepy, you're not paying attention, you had too much coffee, you had too much wine, you had too much screaming children, you could accidentally light your house on fire. That's a real thing. That's not some thought that's coming out of, that's a real thing. And your mind wants that to happen. So what happens if you check it and it's off and your mind still doesn't calm down? Now, this is an analogy, right? It's perfectly possible to have real obsessive compulsive disorder where no matter how many times you check it, you don't feel satisfied and you have to keep checking it. I've been there. But what if it's just like a more general thing in life? I'm afraid everything is going to fall apart. I'm afraid my car isn't going to be there when I go to find it. I'm afraid they're going to leave me. I'm afraid these bad things are going to happen. And, you know, we can do things to make sure they don't happen, right? We can overgive in our relationship to try and keep them from leaving us. We can double check where our car is before we go to bed at night. We can triple check and make sure the oven is off. But I'm talking about, let's get into the real shit here, when it doesn't go away. No matter how much people pleasing I do, it doesn't go away. How many times I check the oven doesn't go away. What's really happening? This is the realm of the subconscious. Welcome. Time doesn't exist. People are super important in here. People are pillars of our subconscious. The subconscious mind runs on pillars. Here is a solid foundation of my life. These pillars are holding up the foundation of my life. Pillars like safety and where your safety comes from. Love and where your love comes from. The ways that you've expressed yourself that are safe. How nourishment comes to you. Your way of coping. These are your basic pillars that allow you to exist safely in the world. And they also let you safely exist in here. When your subconscious is whole, healthy, complete, checking the oven once is enough. Doing something nice for your partner once is enough. You're enough. But when something's a little cracked in there, when the pillars have a fracture or a break, or one of the pillars is about to come down, or it has come down, your subconscious isn't going to be satisfied. And how's it going to tell you that? How's it going to tell you, no matter what you do, something's really broken in here? No matter what surface things you do on the outside, you're never satisfied. It's trying to tell you, through what you can access consciously, thoughts, your patterns, the way you think about your life, that something's wrong in here. So what do we do if something's wrong in here? And who wants to be in the category of something wrong in here? First of all, we're all in the category of something wrong in here because we have all inherited patterns, ways of thinking, and we've all been damaged by the systems and humans and parents and siblings and schoolmates and teachers and bosses and coworkers and just other humans on the road and in the world. We have all been damaged by this world, which is damaged. The world is broken. Your subconscious is going to be broken. Because our subconscious has mapped onto that. But that's not what your subconscious is meant to do. It's not what it's meant to be, and it doesn't want you to live like that. Your subconscious doesn't want you to be broken so hard that it would rather interrupt your nice afternoon coffee by telling you that tree is about to catch on fire than let you pretend everything is okay under the surface. Your mind loves you so much, it's going to make your life unhappy until you fix it. That's what's really happening. Now, you might think, this sucks because what are you going to do about it? Well, this is what I teach. So I'm not going to tell you everything in this one video, but I just want you to know there's a way to actually really fix it. Why am I not going to tell you everything in this one video? Because it's like a class full of information. And my background is as a teaching professor, as a lecturer. My PhD is in psychology. I have like 6 years of experience teaching. I've been teaching on various YouTube channels and motivational speaking for 10 years now. And I know when there's something that you need to go step by step and learn it. So I have a little mini course in my offerings for you that's accessible, that actually teaches you how to go to the root and find this core wound, a wound to one of the pillars of your subconscious, and how to heal it. And when you're ready and you're interested and you want to go in there and give your mind what it needs to know to move through these steps and actually fully heal, come take the little mini course. That's there for you. And that's why I package the steps you actually take into little packages. So you can come take the little class. Also, if you just want to learn this process from me live, I do teach this live as my own course. All right, it's called Heal Your Core Beliefs, and you can come learn about that more down here with me. I want to finish this thought that your subconscious needs to be ignored. Now, on the one hand, opening this thing fully up and listening to every freaked out thought is a little scary, but here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you a little step. It's the first step to healing this, which is you have to start seeing the thoughts not for the specific information that they're saying. This tree is going to catch on fire. But you have to start seeing your thoughts kind of like a piece of a puzzle. What is this saying under the surface? What's deeper under there? That's the realm that you want to go to actually find the problem. And that is where you'll find your core wound. A core wound is a memory. It's one experience or a series of experiences that stacked on top of each other that hurt a pillar of your psyche when you were vulnerable and young and you shouldn't have been hurt. And the only one who can heal it is you. And those are the steps. You go from your thoughts to your beliefs, to the belief pattern, to what is it protecting, to where is the core wound, where is the core memory, and you heal that. And if you've tried doing things like that, but you've never been able to make it happen, it's because your subconscious is protecting it. It's protecting you from touching it. And that's another reason why the intrusive thoughts aren't about what you're really trying to fix. They're about something else, because if your mind let you actually see what you need to fix, it could be so painful, or it could take over your whole world, like in post-traumatic stress disorder. And your mind doesn't want that to happen for you, so it just sends you these little clues. So if you actually want to heal this stuff, go in there. Do it with love. Do it with the kid gloves on. You have to treat that part of yourself like a little child. All right? And you're not alone. Come take the little mini course with me. I'll see you in there. I think it's 8 videos and instructions for how to move down these levers, these layers, down to the subconscious realm, to the actual moment that you need to heal. Because in your subconscious, there is no time. There's just this one moment that is being protected and wrapped around, and all the patterns and all the behaviors are around them, and then the thoughts are up here. When you experience something in your real life that shakes that foundation a little bit, it's going to start saying, hey, help, problem, and the only way it can reach you is through the thoughts. And so listen, here's the final point. So now you know what to do. Now you know where the negative thoughts are coming from. Now you know how to actually help this. So here's the final point is, if you have been ignoring your thoughts, now it's different from like being in meditation and like, can I please have a minute without thoughts, please? That's fine. That's good. But if you've been just like purposely suppressing these for a really long time, it's going to take your subconscious a second to be real with you, to be honest with you, to have a good relationship, all right? So approach it gently, steadily. It's real. What's inside of you is real, and it's the truth. And to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting to make this video like so gentle. I was going to make it mad because I'm mad. I'm finally just mad about this idea that my thoughts aren't real. And the reason I have the liberty to be mad is I know what to do with them. And I want that for you too. All right? So, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the mini course. If you're ready to step in, I feel like you are. And I just have this butterfly feeling in my stomach because I can feel what my first moments were like, having actually liberated some negative thoughts, having actually liberated the negative belief. So let's just bring this full circle. I used to have OCD tendencies. I was never officially diagnosed, but I counted like up to 5 times, like 3 to 5 times I would check things like doors and making sure the oven is off, and I feel those tendencies come back. And now, like, I'm having the oven one recently, and where's that really coming from? Not trusting myself. I don't trust myself to be stable enough to remember that the oven is off. Like, I trust myself to turn it off, but I don't trust myself to remember that I did, and to trust my own self that I did what I wanted to. That what I'm doing automatically, I just trust. Oh, I have a broken trust wound with myself. Oh, that's really deep. And I was supposed to get that from the oven? Yeah, it's not that hard once you know what to do and once you actually give yourself the space to do it. All right? So I'm going to leave you here with this. And I also will never leave you hanging. I have real accessible healing resources for you on my page that teach you how to heal your emotions, heal your mind, heal the physical spaces of your life so that you can change within those spaces before you go off changing the whole world. And I have a full course that we do together a few times a year where I walk you through the entire process of changing all of your core beliefs back to factory reset, functional, healthy, stable core beliefs. So if you're interested in that, come down, apply, and I will let you know more information about the next time that we are running the class. I love you guys so much. I am just very pleased to have this off my chest. I'm going to let you go, and I will see you in the next one. Leave some positive energy in the comments below for other people who are on a similar journey, and if you feel like it, safely share your story. And I will see you down there. All right. Bye.